I want to be on a beach where it snows. I always had this recurring dream where I see this beautiful seashore where it was snowing. And when I try to understand what this dream actually meant, um, I live in Kerala, which is very near to the sea, and I have also lived in Shimla during my studies where it snowed during the winter. So it was kind of an ultimate fantasy of what home is to me. So I believe this dream had a second similarity or to my fantasy. So in this video, I am going to talk about dreams. We all dream about different things, and I wanted to discuss that what dreams are, and is it something that we see during we sleep, or is it something that we pursue when we are awake? So I am going to be um, discussing that with the help of this book called The Alchemist. It is a fable about following your dream. So I believe that this book will give us a lot of insight on what a dream is and how we can pursue our dreams to lead a better life. So let's get started. So this book Alchemist is sold over 65 million copies around the world, and it is highly recommended by many celebrities and people around the world. And I believe that after reading this book, it inspires everyone that reads to follow their dreams. The book revolves around the protagonist named Santiago, who is a shepherd, and he is a young boy looking after his flock, and he sleeps at an abandoned church. And every night he used to have this dream where he sees treasure. So one day he goes to a fortune teller and says that he is having this dream. So the fortune teller tells him that it is a good sign, and you will find your treasure in Egypt under the pyramid. So, and the fortune teller encourages him to follow his dream. So he was in a dilemma what he should do, because he is a young man uh, who do not have any relatives, or he do not have any clue whether he should pursue that dream or not. So after giving it a lot of thought, he decides to pursue that dream. So he sells all his sheep and the entire flock, collects all the money so that he can begin his journey to Egypt and the pyramid. So he slowly starts his journey, and while he reached Africa, he gets his money gets stolen, and he was stranded in a new country without anyone there. So in Africa, he gets stuck for almost 11 months. During that time, he works at a crystal shop where he was able to contribute a lot to that business and learn a lot about that business. And once he had collected enough money to travel further into Egypt, he joins the caravan which was going towards the pyramid, and he once again continues his journey. Now, between the African desert where he was and the pyramid, they stops at an oasis to drink water. So during that time, he sees this beautiful woman and instantly falls in love with her. So to his luck or bad luck, that we can decide as a reader, there was a tribal war happening between the desert tribes, and he happens to help that tribal chief to win that war. So this is a prolonged period of time in this book where he was able to help the tribal chief by explaining to him that he had an omen, and in this omen he have foreseen what the enemies would do, and eventually they win the war, and the chief, the woman that Santiago likes or loved was the daughter of the chieftain. So obviously they get married and lead a very beautiful life there, and he spends a lot of time in the desert, in the oasis, and after a while he remembers his dream, and he had that urge to continue to pursue that dream. So in the book, he further continues his journey towards the pyramid, and he reaches there, started to dig under the pyramid, and while he was digging, he didn't see any treasure there, and he was quite disappointed. So during that time, couple of thieves gets him, robs his money, and started to beat the hell out of him. So in order to escape that beating, he started to tell the robbers that he was there in order to achieve his dream, that he will find a treasure there. And one of the robbers that was beating him hears his story and says that he also had a similar dream, but in his dream what he saw was that the treasure was underneath an abandoned church. So when he said that, Santiago instantly realizes that the abandoned church he was talking about is the church where he used to sleep when he was a shepherd, and he didn't tell this to the robbers. He quietly escapes from there without any money, and eventually he gets back to his old town and digs the old church, and he gets the treasure. So that this is the story, and during at the end of the story, Santiago shouts at the sky, talking to the gods, that why didn't you tell me in the beginning that the treasure was here, even when you knew it all along? For which he gets a reply that if I had told you, you wouldn't have seen the pyramids. Weren't they beautiful? So for me, so this is like the storyline of this book, and there are a lot of in-depth characters and things that this book discusses, which are really magical and beautiful. So I really encourage everyone to read this book and get inspired to follow your dreams. So there are a lot of lessons one can learn from this book. So for me, I have 3 lessons as per my observation. So the first one is to be courageous enough to follow your dream, to take the first step. And the second one is you do not need to figure everything out in the beginning. Things will unfold as you walk towards your destiny. And the third one is to always pursue one's dream, even when one feel like there is no way of achieving it. So these were my top 3 lessons from this book. I hope you like this review. So please subscribe and leave your comments, which will encourage me to make more videos like this. I am planning to do a lot of videos in the future, maybe books review, personal development, and something about my life and how I live. So I am also giving out this book to one of the viewers. If you are interested, just leave a thumbs up as a comment in the comment section, so that you get participated in this free giveaway, and I would love to send this book out to you. So see you in the next one.